If you want stronger glutes and hammies, keep watching this entire walkthrough of my lower body day, starting of course with some pre-workout coffee before we head to the gym. My entire training day is segmented into 3 blocks. The first block is addressing all my joint limitations. The second one is working on my speed because I feel like a turtle when I play soccer. And the third and final one is a very short hypertrophy block. We'll be starting here with the one thing that I do every single day, which is my daily carbs routine, which by the way you can get for free by commenting TJF down below this post. Moving on to some frog work because today I will be working on my hip abduction as well as my hip extension and knee extension. Started off with some hip internal rotations with a knee hinge and then moved on to a dynamic isometric set, really squeezing hard against the floor. Then I applied the same dynamic isometric concept but this time to the pancake position with a band loaded around my neck. The pancake position is something I've been trying to achieve for the longest time, so every single day that I work on I get one little step closer. And of course a big part of achieving a full pancake is first achieving a middle split, which you guys can see me working on with some lift offs off of the box. Here I'm doing some elevated Cossack squats to put everything together. The elevation helps me regress the movement so that I can actually load the ranges that I already have. And here I'm finishing off the joint limitation section of my training with some passive range holds for knee flexion. These are huge in getting end range control of my hamstrings, which hopefully transfers to more speed. And you guys can even see me cramping there a little bit. That was very painful. Starting the speed block with some knee flexion catches. These really load the tendons and the ligaments of the hamstring and makes the hamstrings overall better at dealing with very fast force absorption. And here you guys can see me doing the exact same thing with my hip extension. With this setup, the hip extensors also get a pretty violent impact, which is great for the connective tissue development of the area. And finishing up with some hip abduction catches, which is essentially the same thing that I did both for the hamstrings and for the glutes, but of course this time applied to hip abduction, which by the way is severely underrated when it comes to developing your speed and connective tissue resilience. And finally, we've gotten to the strength and hypertrophy section of my training today. Starting off with some Nordic curls, I was able to get 7 to 8 reps body weight pretty comfortably. And finishing off with some B-stance hip thrusts. My glutes really burned doing these and I took both sets to failure. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this walkthrough of my lower body day.